Okay, hello everybody, here we are, and we're live streaming, okay? Just want to apologize, sorry we gotta listen to this goofy, weird music, but this is just the YouTube royalty-free stuff that we can play when we're live streaming, okay? Check out the channel, this is where it's at, Jimlosh Codes. This is just me setting up the stream key, checking that it works. And so what are we doing today? So, wanted to look at this Jim's Dev Express NG demo. Right, so we have a client who is building an Angular app, and they're using this component charting library called Dev Express. So I just built a few things in this little website, responsive website, to show. Right, this is like an area line chart, you could say. Little pie chart, donut chart, and another line chart. This one, you can see from the title, getting data from an API call. So it's a nice little example of something that we might actually want to build for one of these clients, okay? And so you can see this is deployed here live. I think one thing as part of the README I like to say, if it's deployed live, we can have a little section that says live demo. This, or we could say the live site for this code base can be viewed here. Okay, I like to put a little, extra space in between things sometimes. And then maybe we could just say, like, how to run. Alright, and then we can start doing the commands there. Let's just... we could just say, run locally. Alright, and since this Angular project, it's probably going to be using the Angular CLI ng and ng serve, and then we can say run tests or our unit tests, ng test. Okay. Deploy. We can say handled automatically by Netlify. Alright, preview it just to make sure it looks okay. Looks good to me, I guess. Okay. So, we have that. We got the little button pointing the users back to the code for it. Thinking we could even put this up here sometimes, it's nice. And then we can say like live demo. Oh, maybe this is... yeah, I think that looks fine. Topics? Is this like tags maybe? Dev Express. Maybe TypeScript we could say. Unit testing. Alright, sure. That's fine. Okay. This is just, thought you guys might think this is interesting, the Netlify page for this. Site configuration, pretty basic things. We can even have a deploy status page, that's pretty cool. Alright, so let's... I'm not sure where I should put this, below this or after. Cancelled? Why does it say cancelled? I'm not sure why it says cancelled, but I think that's cool, so I'm gonna put it in there. Okay, some basic things, the build and deploy. So it's building from this repository. It'll run npm run build and then publish this dist to web app. Okay, and everything else for the most part is pretty default. Got our audio going here. Okay, so the idea is that we want to go in here and run ng-test. Okay, and this is Jim's Dev Express ng demo. This is the project here that I have cloned. Okay, inside the web app folder, let's see. Okay, so I do have a nvm rc file, .nvm rc file, which just says which node version to use. So when I said nvm used, it switched to the same node version that I was using when I originally started working on this project. So that's nice. I could say npm test, I think, which just calls ng-test. Okay, looks like it's running this in a browser, which is okay. And it looks like we have our tests passing now, which is a good spot to be. Right, and you'll notice it's a little bit weird that we're starting from an already working app and then trying to add tests to it later. A lot of people like to say, you know, TDD is the only way, and it's not really. TDD is definitely a good thing, and it's a very efficient way to get to where you want to be, but a lot of my projects are coming in and they're saying, hey, we have a bunch of code, can you help us make the test better? And most of the time, again, so. And for me, it's like I like working on that part, the interesting part of figuring out the tough tests and things like that. And sometimes I just get bogged down with like writing the, you know, basic buttons and HTML tags over and over, and I don't know. Okay, so we have a bunch of tests, we have a bunch of code, and we want to know what. First, I'd say we want to know how much of the code are we testing, as in, are there any parts of the code that our tests are clearly not even hitting, right? That we can use code coverage to look at, and then we want to test, or we want to check that our tests have good assertions, and they're not missing assertions or missing opportunities to tighten up our assertions to where it's very clear and is as it is supposed to be. And we're testing that it is as it is supposed to be. I don't know if anything I'm saying even makes sense, but let's just get started. Okay, so first I'm looking for the package JSON. So we have ngserve. If we run our npm start, let's just make sure everything compiles and actually starts up and looks like the deployed one that we saw there. And it's at localhost 4200. Okay. Looks okay to me. So, I'm just thinking, let's pull down those README changes that we had. Yeah. Okay, now npm test, that will run our test, which is ng test here. Alright, that's really annoying me that it has to open up the browser every time. Okay, let's try this. Browser Chrome headless. Okay. And executed. That's nice. Not sure why the process didn't finish. Oh. Maybe it's waiting for me to change something. Okay, it is rerunning the test, that's good. And I think if I can just try or describe, no. Alright, now I'm trying to find run only one test. Test. Okay, you can do F describe. Main dash main flag? That's just weird. Include. So let's try include, and then the name of the file, footer, maybe footer.component. No specs found. Footer.component, I did spell it right. And it's looking for, let's try like this. Footer.component.spec.ts. Okay. Executed those two. And I'm assuming that's these two. It's a little bit weird that it doesn't show even the names of the tests in Chrome Headless, but I guess that's how it is. Having to the music. Reggae. 8-bit reggae, nice. Okay. What is this? Alright, so we're here. We got some good things. Honestly, we'll call this test UI. Default test, I'm gonna make the headless. And then I'll say test focus, where I can put this include, just focus on one file's test at a time. Alright. What does it like about this? Oh, it just doesn't like that the last one has a comma. Okay. Build. So I can say np run test focus. Okay. Well, so what if we said npm run test focus? Code coverage. Whoops. Okay. And this is telling us 100%. Let's look again. What is our component actually doing and actually testing? Where did that even go? Okay. Okay, so the footer component here, you can see, man, this really doesn't just go to the next song on its own. Because I gotta download some of these and play it somewhere else. Alright, so now we want to look at Striker. Wait, so our footer component basically not even doing anything. Just saying that my footer is the, custom HTML tag that you would use in order to render this component. Pointing to the template, the HTML that goes with it, and then an SCSS file which has one style called footer. Okay, that we're using up here. And then it just renders made by Jim, and we have this link out to Jim Lynchcode's Twitter. Okay, so then what's the testing here? Gear. Alright, so it displays the text made by Jim. So we're querying the DOM for a p tag, right? Whoops. Got the p tag there, and we're expecting that the inner text says made by Jim. Okay. Then we're also testing that it displays Jim as a link to the GitHub page. So we're looking for the text Jim. Oh, okay, so we're just looking for any A tag. And we're expecting the text to be Jim, and the href of that A tag to be Jim Lynchcode's. Okay, so if we add other A tags here in the footer, this test would break, but I think it's good to keep things simple for now while we can. So, this is saying we have 100% of the statements and branches, and really, that's the tricky thing about Angular, is that I don't think it's even really looking at the lines in here for statements, which is kind of what we're testing here. Right? The TypeScript file itself is totally empty, so it's like there's nothing at all to test. Right, I can comment these out. And it's saying 0% tested. I could bring one back, and it's saying 100% tested. We could have one test that does nothing. it's 100%. So, and that's one reason why I kind of don't like doing this in Angular, because the code coverage lines are misleading. Because your logic gets moved into the HTML file, and your testing tools aren't meant to, read code coverage of HTML files. Report code coverage of HTML files. But it's okay. Okay, so now we want to look at Straker. So let's do this. Install Straker CLI. And then we can run Straker init. Install with npm. We are using Angular, so I'll hit enter Angular CLI. Personally, I would rather use a JavaScript file so that we can put comments in it. And I've just been using it npm so far, so. Alright, let's kill some mutants. JavaScript heap out of memory. Okay. Let's take a look at this file, maybe. Okay, so we're using Karma, Karma.conf, Angular CLI, Progress clear text, currency 2 maybe? I think it is a 16 core max, I'm not sure why. And we can maybe do just the footer for now. some music going again. So on that one end really quick. Alright, so now it's no files found for mutation. Our footer.component. Let's just Google it. Striker Angular. Okay, this guy opens it and he says, look. Scroll to the end. Maybe just installed Striker, so I don't think the seven point one. This is from a long time ago. Could try with this. Alright, none of these are real flags. We start experiencing memory leaks. They are unable to serve it off. Wait, not source footer components back. Okay, we don't want to mutate that one. We only want to mutate footer component. I think that's okay. Really, just footer components should be okay. Four. Okay, how about 10,000? So 0. How do I get rid of my text here? For today. So annoying. Okay. One side down. All right. This might be an Angular out of memory thing. we did this, it worked. Maybe it just needs the rest of the Angular files. Even that one just blew up. Concurrency 2, concurrency 1. Concurrency 8. Doesn't seem to affect anything. Disable type checks. I'm assuming he means in the striker config. We're gonna do the dash M. Eight test runners. Hasn't blown up yet. Found the one file. I think it's actually doing it. But just looked at all tests. Coverage 0? I don't get it. What? Wait, I have not put the components back. Oh, right, the spec, yeah. I mean, coding experiences has a little bit more stuff to it. So this one sets this population data to whatever service get population data returns, which is just some hard-coded stuff here. No test executed. I see it's showing one source file with 5 names. And should be able to run at least this, should create test. Come on. Mutation testing is slow. Only one person. How can this happen? Come on! Sheesh. This is Walks Jankerson. And still no test work. Why? Gosh, this is frustrating. I'm gonna just, at least add this into... write it out. Single quotes here. Testing scripts, I guess you could call it. Alright. I need a break. Thanks everyone for tuning in. See you next time.